This family certainly has been tested to the core, and how they've responded speaks volumes to their faith.
My name's Foster Sawyer. There's my brother Tate and Preston. First of all, who knows what this tournament is called? Does anyone know the name of it? What's the name of this tournament? Tara Sawyer, exactly. Well, Tara's our sister. I'm Foster, like I said. Tara's our sister. She passed away when she was 10 years old. She was just like y'all. She played second base, baseball player with the guys. She was dang good at it too, a good pitcher. Most importantly though, she was an amazing person.
Sawyer's had to deal with some great tragedy in his life with the passing of his sister, his whole family, of course. But with that tragedy comes a resiliency to battle on and fight through struggles, and obviously that trumps any kind of struggle on the football field, but that inner strength has really served him well.
We have 5 children. We had our first 4 in 5.5 years to the day.
I know growing up with 4 siblings all the same age is very competitive. Everything turned into a game or a contest. There's no, oh, we can just do this for fun. It was always who's going to be the best at it.
Foster was pure passion. Whatever it was, whether he was mad, happy, whatever. I mean, he was a very passionate child, in my opinion.
Just all being the same age, we just did everything together. So we were all out there playing, like pick up hockey. And I came around the corner, me and my skates on, and there was Foster out there in the driveway by himself at 18 months, rollerblading, inline rollerblading. I mean, it was unbelievable. Like, that's when I knew. I was like, man, this kid, there's something to it, and that coordination to be able to sit there and just maneuver like that. And I can figure it out. And I was, 6 years older when I was out there struggling.
Foster never was able to really get dominated. That's why, like, I mean, especially just being 2 years older than him, he's always been just a little bit smaller than me, but always a little bit stronger and always a little bit faster, just because, I mean, he's obviously pretty gifted athletically.
My oldest son, Preston, was 5, and he started wanting to play baseball, so that's what we did. When Terry got older, I guess the next year or so, she started wanting to play, and we just, not even asked, we just enrolled her and started playing. And she started playing with the boys from the very beginning.
Both Tate and Tara, we were the Predators, and the kid quit the day of the game, and my parents called me. My dad said, "Foster, let's go." And so I just kind of went with it. I didn't know what was going on, so I played outfield, and I just remember backing up first base. I sprinted every chance I got, and so from there on, I just kept the ball rolling. I always played up, and so that's just kind of how it started. Competition-wise, I always held myself to a higher standard. I didn't know much about football. I liked watching it. I was 4th grade, 10 years old. My best friend, Patrick Brophy, asked me to come play for a team called the Cougars in Optimist football in Arlington. Went out and tried out. I didn't even know what position I was going to play. Honestly didn't know very many positions.
It was probably, I don't know, the 3rd week or so of practice, and it was on a Saturday. And this gentleman was there watching, and he started getting excited. He was watching the practice and everything, so we're going, "Who's that kid? Who's that kid?" And we figured out he was talking about Foster. He said, "We'll see him playing on Saturdays." Because I've been around this for over 25 years, used to coach it, now I watch it, and I've never seen anything like that. I thought it was just being nice, you know. You know, like I said, Tara played a lot of baseball and everything. We just finished up a World Series, and I think there was something like 87 teams there. And Tara was on the team, and she was the only girl there. We came in 5th. So she was that competitive, to play at that level. And so after that tournament, our summer at baseball had completed.
Tara was the one, in fact, that said, "Get me to the lake."
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to go. I'm done with baseball. I'm ready to go to the lake. And that was, besides being home with her brothers, that was her most favorite place in the world to be, was at the lake. We had had a magical week of snow cones and game playing and really, really fun stuff. And then she just had a headache one morning. Two days later, she was in a coma and fighting for her life.
In the course of that week, she contracted a water amoeba called Naegleria. It's pretty fatal. It is fatal. And if you don't catch it in time, it'll take your life. And that's what it did with Tara.
It was a whirlwind. I mean, it happened so fast. And that's just really the main thing I remember immediately following just those days at the hospital, and then how it was so surreal after it happened.
Having young children that were grieving so severely, we talked a lot about how are we going to write this script for them, because they're looking to us for what to do with this pain.
Some friends of ours came alongside us and helped us, and came up with the idea of doing a tournament. And so that's how we started the Tara Sawyer Classic. And we wanted to do it with a lot of reasons. First of all, we wanted to honor God and remember Tara.
At the time, it was probably around 8 to 12 teams, and each year it just kept growing and growing. And then, this past year, I believe we had 480 something teams.
Tara played baseball. She wore 21 on her back, and for me to honor her, I wear 12, which is 21 backwards. And it's just to show my memory and to keep my motivation.
Well, one thing that made TCU so good in 2008, 2009, 2010 was quarterback Andy Dalton's leadership abilities. He was another coach on the field for the team, and the coaches, by his junior and senior year, had complete trust in him, and he acted as a coach on the field, and his teammates looked up to him. A quarterback needs to be that kind of leader, and from what I've heard, Foster Sawyer is that kind of guy.
When we go in our fast tempo series, he calls the plays. So through our first 6 ball games, he's probably called 30 to 45% of the plays on Friday night, and I've never done that before. And his work ethic, his character, what he stands for, is so much more than football. He's not defined by football, even though I think at this point in his life that's pretty much a driving force. He's got all the intangibles. He's got everything that you look for. If he's developed properly, I have no doubt this is a young man, God willing, stays healthy, will have a chance to play beyond college.
I remember going and seeing her last time I ever saw her, saying goodbye, kissed her on the cheek. I can still smell, every time I walk in the hospital, Cook's Hospital, I still smell everything like it was yesterday. And it just, my bones ache every time I sense that. And I still remember just clips of just walking out, sitting in the hallway, just knowing that I'd never see her again. And though it's tough, I just something that I always stick with me and make me stronger. I know, because true character is expressed through pain, and anyone can get through anything when it's easy. It's harder when it's tough. So I know God's put me in a situation to make me a stronger person.
That relationship was very, very special to him. And she
took care of
mothered
him.
him. She took care of him.
And she knew how to deal with
And
his
she kept him in line.
Never know when your time's called, but you just gotta live every day like it's your last. And that's just something that we're all guilty of having bad days and feeling sorry for ourselves. But it's those 6 a.m. workouts, you gotta feel like, at least I get to wake up at 6 o'clock and go work out and get to be with people that I love and care for and make a difference somehow today. So that's just my motivation each day.